What's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to the panel, GlobeVision. My name is Isaac Hamm, CEO and founder of IM3 Media LLC, event marketing, brand management, author of two books. Super excited to be here. I know Jenee is not my co-host, but I appreciate her earlier, jumping in and helping me out and stuff like that. Um, so so we're here to talk about the music industry. So I have some of GlobeVision's artists that GlobeVision works with. So I want to get everybody to introduce themselves. I don't know which order. Archie, I see you are the first person I see in the big screen. So you want to introduce
Oh
yourself to the
yeah,
people?
yeah. I'm RT Lee 214. I'm out of North Dallas, and I'm with Glow Vision, and I'm an artist. And yeah, that's me.
Cool. So wait, so since this is how we're gonna do, we're gonna have everybody introduce themselves and let's tell everybody what you're working on, what you got currently have coming up.
Yeah.
So what do you have coming up?
So right now I got a single out. I just dropped yesterday. It's called Water. It's highly anticipated. I got a video dropping this week as well for the single. My last project I dropped was on Halloween. It was called Hood Massacre. It's doing major numbers. I got maybe 5 or 6 videos out of 10 songs too.
Got you.
So, yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you. So next we have Stacxx.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
There you go.
You
What's going
from
on?
you from my hometown, Philly.
For sure. What's going on, everybody?
Yeah,
I'm
man.
Stacks from out of Philly. I got my brand AAG&G, accomplishing all goals, never guessing. You know, I've been with Globe Vision for team. We've been partnership for about let me say about 2.5 years now, and everything is lovely, man. We taking things to new heights. Um, so yeah, we ready to we working, man. We working on the side.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So now we have Imani Nyree, correct?
Yes. You can hear me?
Yep, we can hear you. How are you?
All right. I'm great. So I'm Imani Nyree. I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and I've been a part of Globe Vision for about 2.5 years as well, along with Stacxx. And like you said, we're going up, and I can't wait to, show everything that's been going on.
Cool, cool, cool. All right, so we have young Neves.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Did I pronounce that right? I don't want to mess up nobody's name
No,
because
it's
when
it's
y'all
actually Young Needs, but yeah, I appreciate it
when
regardless,
y'all
bro.
famous, I want y'all to play this back. Like, yeah, they used to mess up my name back in the day. No, I'm just
Right.
joking.
Yeah. No, most definitely. No. So like, yeah, I've been a part of Globe Vision, man, since I think it was 2020, about 2 years ago when we did the first event that I linked up with out here in LA. And from there we just been locked up. Toxic been helping me with a whole bunch of shit behind the scenes. But so I got a lot of upcoming shit. Like I just dropped a song with Dizzy Wright. That shit doing numbers. So that shit called I Might. So everyone go check that shit out on all platforms. And then coming up in March, I got a song dropping with Game. And that shit should, do big things. You know what I mean? I've been tapped in with a lot of people to get PR and the rollout right. But yeah, man. So I'm just excited for this year and the level up, and to be a part of this whole movement to begin with. You know what I mean?
So since everybody has a common denominator here, which is working with GlobeVision. Who wants to speak on
Yeah.
maybe you did not have a fear of partnership? So maybe young, if you wanted, since you're still live, talking. How was that transition to partner up with somebody? Like, what was that trust? What was that security that you felt when partnering up? Because a lot of people are scared to do partnerships. And what did that
Yeah.
mean to you to partner up with GlobeVision?
It meant a lot, honestly, because I was kind of one of those artists, a couple years ago that was just focusing on music, like was just doing the music. And Toxic and everybody from Globe was kind of showing me, you know, the business side of things, the things that happen behind the scenes, you know, the things that you need to do to get to that next level. And so I say from there, that kind of opened my eyes to, you know, learn the business, you know what I mean? Like learn the ins and outs, and really understand that it takes a team. You know, teamwork make the dream work. So that's probably the biggest thing I took away from it.
Got you. Imani, what's your take on partnerships and you know, GlobeVision, but then also in your career, like what have you found positive, some pros and cons of partnership? Because like I said, a lot of people watching, they don't know how to partner. So let me ask you in a different question. What was that thought process to getting to want to partner or believing that you need a partner to take your brand to the next level?
So it was a little nerve-wracking at first, not gonna lie, because I was only doing music as in writing everything that I had, but I didn't really have the outlet to put it out and get myself going and doing different events. So whenever I partnership with World Vision, it was just a sense of, like, it was genuine energy. Like, it was all love, nothing gimmicks. And we met up in New Orleans and we talked about everything, got everything together. And it I I'm not a person to trust really fast, but I did gain a lot of trust really fast with Toxic. So I just knew, and I prayed about it whenever he first talked to me about it. And that's
Mhm.
really how that happened. It was all God in the works.
Well, that's dope. So Stacks, Stacks, you know, we're from the same city.
Yeah,
So trust is the big thing. You know, people in Philly don't trust, right? And it's
right.
unfortunate that we have to come outside of our city, you know, move to Atlanta. I mean, I do live in Atlanta, but I live in Georgia, but I did not move from my city because I didn't get along with the people in my city. I moved so I can grow you know, the city of Philadelphia. But Stacks, you still currently, you know, living in Philadelphia and working with people there closely. We you know, we have trust issues in a sense because everybody's in for their own. So what was your transition of in thinking of working with somebody outside of the city of Philadelphia? Like was it a easy transition or was it a no brainer? What was that like for you?
For me, for the most part, it was pretty cool. You know, being as though back home, I'm a business owner as well. I'm not just an artist. So, you know, I already know the business route of things. So when I got to the chance to sit down and talk with Toxic, and he showed me his vision, and you know, he seen what I had going, and he came to the table and just showed me things how he can elevate me and how we can grow together. So with that being said, you know, it's all about faith. You know, I went out on faith, and you know, I just went with that gut feeling, like, you know, I'm gonna give it a try. You know, all you could do, you could fail, but you know, you can always start over. So I just went out with faith, and you know, ever since then we just been locked in, and you know, it's real good that we have a dialogue and we communicate. That's big, you know. And Toxic is very good with communicating, and he's very detailed. So that's all I ask for, you know.
So even with like partnership, when it comes to community, what are some of the things that you guys are doing in the community? Because in order for us to grow as a brand, as an artist, you need the trust of your community. So what are some of the things that you guys are doing outside of the music and stuff? Because a lot of people watching don't realize how important it is to tap into your community because at the end of the day, Imani, you know, you want people to come back to your hometown, or Young, you want people to come back to your hometown and they want to support you. So how important, Imani, I ask you this question, how important is it, or what are you doing in the community currently? And it could be the small things become big things, you know, because it's somebody doing something that's going to benefit that community. So what are some of the things you're doing in your community?
So I contribute a lot to the college that I go to, Southern University, as far as, like, little things, community service, singing for the basketball games, and just being involved with a lot of things, just showing that I could do a lot more things outside of music. Because when some people see me, they're like, "Oh, she does music, blah 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 blah." But it's like
Mm.
it's more to everything else than just music. So I just try to put myself out there outside of music and with music just to let people know like I am active in different areas of my life.
Right, right. So you find it to be important to show your followers and other people coming behind you who want to be artists that it is important to invest in your community.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. Archie, this question is for you. Finding your sound, how important is it? What was that like to find your sound? Because from my understanding from your bio, you're finding your sound presently. You're working on your 9-track EP. So what was that process? Are you continue is it as a hip hop artist, are you always continuing to evolve in your craft and finding a sound? The sound change with the way of the world. You know, everything is changing every
Right.
day. Do you find what is that process?
Exactly. So with my process, my sound is evolving every time I hit the studio. And I say that because I started really from the house, a home studio with the little Scarlett box. So I actually taught myself how to how I want to sound. So I knew how I wanted to sound, but I had to actually engineer and produce, and my close friends around me helped me. And I never used to go to the studio. Every my projects all came from the house. So I currently just started going to the studio within this year, and the sound is totally different. But I'm still evolving with that too. So it just it takes practice like anything, and so that's what I'm currently going through right now.
Okay. So Archie, since I got you, so if I come to one of your shows, what experience do you want? What would you want me to take away from watching you perform? What would so technically, what is your brand? Like, what is your brand's personality? People don't
So
realize when you interact with somebody, the personality in your artistry is your brand. So what would I come to your concert, front row? What would I walk away with? Like, how would I feel? What would that energy?
the music is bigger than the image. That's what I want my fans to feel. I don't want them to always look at the image and be like, this generation is flooded with ABC rhymes and just basic stuff. And so I want my music to speak louder than me at this point. Everybody can be dripped out and clean and all that stuff, but I'm really focused on the sound now, and I want my crowd of people to really be like, this is actually good music. Like, it's something different.
Got you. So Imani, you being a female in the industry, what's your brand's personality? What should we feel after watching you do a whole set? What does that feel like?
More so, it'll feel like women can do anything. Black women at that can do anything. Anything a man can do because it is harder for Black women in the industry because we a lot of people feel like we don't hold this type of dominance or type of, you know, leadership. So I do want to show that I know how to hold my own. I have people with me who can support me and, just keep my head right, keep the people around me head right. And yeah, I just don't want people to feel like, oh, because she's a female, we can't do certain things because no, she's a female. Like, no, I know I let me do it, Like I
Right,
know how
right.
to handle it.
So outside of being a artist, what are some of your other projects what else are you working on? Do you have a clothing line, a t-shirt line, clothing, hair, whatever? What are you working on outside of separate from being an artist? And how important is it to have multiple things going on?
Um, Let me see. Right now is just school. So like
Okay.
I'm doing music, I'm doing school. I'm in school to be a vet. Um, and it is very important, to my opinion, to have not necessarily just music going on for my life because I am talented. I know how to do different things. So I feel why not show my talent in all other different types of ways as far as dancing, acting, singing, and like just all kinds of different things. So me personally, I feel like it's important to, you know, well, it's important to stay focused on one thing, but knowing how to manage things that you want going on for your life, that's important too. So personally, I like to have like different things going on.
Yeah, you know, and it's important that you said that you're in school because a lot of people they bypass school, and some people don't go to school, which is fine, right? But also knowing that this industry may not happen for everybody. Everything that you set out for, you always have to have that plan, you know, B and C and D, you know, to fall back on that's going to still keep you excited, finding things that excite you, as far as your entertainment or personally, financially growing you, you know, making you purpose, finding purpose in life, which is being a vet. So how long, sister, side note, how long have you wanted to be a vet?
Since elementary school, like I just have a love for dogs, animals. Mm.
Got you. So you know that's it's always you know when you're a child and you want to be a firefighter, whatever, and people don't after 10 they forget what they want to be.
Right.
Somebody loves dogs. That's in here. Richard loves dogs. So just FYI, you have a dog lover on this panel. Um, I got a question for Stacxx. So Stacxx, you said you're a business owner. What businesses do you own?
Yeah, got a few things going on. I got a daycare centers. I have event space, um, a hair line, a clothing line, a label. Pretty few things going on, man.
That's right. So let me ask you a question from the things that you named as far as being a business owner. What was that process to figuring out what you wanted to own first, right? Because we have a whole bunch of ideas. Everybody watching want to do 1,000 things. How did you determine which one was first as far as creating that business? Was it to create a business that's going to fund your passion and your career, or was it I know somebody with a building, I can gut it out, and now it's a building? What was that? Because a lot of people have ideas, like everybody on here has ideas, but how did you make that decision to make one thing happen first and then the next?
Honestly, I gotta give it to my mom, man. R.I.P. my mom. She passed away last year, but it was my mom. With the childcare stuff, it started from family. It started like a family business. Um, 2017, I came across, some money some money, and she gave me the option. She was like, I mean, you could work a 9 to 5 and try to fund your music and whatever you're trying to do, or you could come and let's go open your own, childcare center and let that, generate money. My bad. Let that generate money so you could fund your career and things like that, and you can have the free time. So it was more of my mom. My mom been an entrepreneur since I was young, so I always seen her, how she moved. So it
Right, right,
just,
right.
I just followed the steps. She did what she was supposed to do. She put me in position and showed me what to do, and it was just been me, you know, keeping the chain going.
So your mom was technically a mentor to you, right?
For sure.
Um, in this industry, and so in this industry, you need guidance, right? And like because a lot of times people find mentors, and I'm in branding and marketing, but some of my mentors are not even in this industry, right? They're not in music or anything, but they have a plan and they're successful. And I feel like blueprints start by writing it down, right? You say you want to be, and these are the steps that you're going to take. Young, do you have how important is it for you to have a mentor? Do you have a mentor? Like, what was that? How did you determine if you do have a mentor? How did you determine to find a perfect mentor?
Yeah, man. So like I have a couple people that mentor me and help me out. Like for example, Street Runner, Grammy nominated producer, man, he's huge. And he just kind of like listens in to a lot of my music that I have unreleased. And I'll send it to him for feedback. He'll let me know, things to tighten up, fix on the mix, how to carry myself as a brand. And I think that shit's huge because this is coming from people who have been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? So they can really help and guide you through certain steps. Now, yeah, everybody's story is different. You gotta do your own thing. No matter who you pull from, you gotta do it your own way. But I feel like that shit's huge just to kind of give you the blueprint and, set you on that right path, if you will.
So was there ever a time you didn't listen to your mentor
Most
and they
definitely,
proved
yeah.
you
So like,
to
I
be
sent
right?
them some artwork, and they were like, "Yeah, I don't think this is it, bro." Like blah blah blah. And just me being me, I was super in love with it, and I was like, you know what? My gut's telling me to do it this way, so I did it my way. And at the end of the day, they respected that. They were like, that's what it's about. It's doing things your own way. But at the end of the day, they're just going to give you what they think, you know what I'm saying? And give you what they feel. And it's all genuine, but it's up to you to really take that and, do you do this with it, or do you take their advice 100%? Me, I'm always the type to try to put my own spice on shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to do it my own way every time. But I think that advice goes a long way.
Yeah, and it gets tricky when you because everybody that become that legend or become that success, they went against the grain, so they went. Sometimes it's kind of like a toss of the coin. It's like you can listen to the greats, but then how did they become great? So even with staying true to yourself, we talked about this through the panels. Every panel discussion had an undertone of being true to what your brand is. So no, I definitely have respect for that when you stay true to your craft. I mean, and it's that thin line, like make sure it makes sense. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you got to listen, take heed, but make a decision, right? And talk it out.
Right.
Just trying to think. Imani, do you have a mentor? And what does that mentor look like?
Yes, I have a mentor. My mentor is my producer, Monica Chenwa, and basically my family as well. With my family, we've been singing. All of my family sings. We started in church and everything, so I get a lot of advice as far as music, life with my family, and with my producer. It's the ins and outs, like GlobeVision, the ins and outs of the industry and things like that, and what I didn't know about the studio, what I know now about the studio. So I get a lot of insight from very important people. Yeah.
That's what's up. I'm trying to think what other questions I have. Jenee, do you have any questions over there? Because I know she writing down notes and stuff. I keep on bringing her into this good old panel.
I actually just asked the audience because I know we, pull in different people from different areas. If they had any questions for the artists on their experience of working with GlobeVision, I will just kind of put it out there. Or who? Somebody got something? No. I will just put it out there. We have a couple of artists here, but we don't have like a cookie cutter approach to every artist. Their needs are different. And so we do, cater to whatever their needs are, where they're at in their career, what their goals are, and see how we can create the best plan for them. But we do have one from Rich. How do you analyze how big your actual fan base is? That's a good one. And then we have one from Savannah. So anybody have any analytics behind their fan base? If they do, how did you come up with, okay, this is my fan base?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
How did you analyze who your fan base is? Or like how big your fan base is? Like what metrics do you use? I was about to come to you. I'm so glad you came because you're our most senior person on the call, I think. How did you analyze those numbers?
I'm still doing it. I mean, that's day by day, every day you putting out new material, or whenever you putting out new material. So, you grabbing you grabbing people every day, and anything you doing. You could be going to the grocery store, you could have gave a business card out or a flyer or a mixtape or anything, and that could have been a supporter. So, I mean, I feel like that's in my journey, that's every day. I'm learning and I'm growing every day.
Gotcha. Then we have another question for the artist. Who is one living artist that you all wish you could collaborate with? Let me see. Okay, I think that's a good question for everybody to end out this interview with. So we're gonna start from the top, and we want one living artist. So this is like y'all, this can come true. This ain't if they living, it could happen. Honestly, if they deceased, it could happen too. But Isaac, that's another conversation for another day. But we just gonna stick with living. We're gonna start from the top and we're gonna end it out with this. So Archie, we're gonna start with you first again. What's one living artist you wish you could collaborate with?
Uzi.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Uzi. I like Uzi energy, and he rapping. He actually rapping and make good music. I like that Rockstar and Trippie Redd. I like that wave, and I think that's where most of my fan base is. You could tell who kind of in your fan base when you perform. You looking in the crowd, you could feel who feeling you. And another thing is, I'm on Apple Music Artists, so it shows the statistics I said it right, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I said it right. So it shows like it shows like who listening and from where, and that's where I
What'd you say?
promote my music at.
That's
All
cool.
right. Let me tell y'all, Archie thinking smart. He wants to perform with somebody that can increase his fan base. We have a like fan base. Let's partner up so we can increase this fan base. All right, look at
Nah,
Archie.
for real though. Skirt.
All right, Imani, you next. What's one living artist that you wish you could collaborate with?
I have a couple actually, but
Woo!
one would be her because I just feel like we match each other's energy. Like she reminds me of my
Hi.
she reminds
She
me of
do.
my mom. So yeah.
See that? I can see that. Okay. Oh, I'm here for that. I got chills because I didn't heard you saying, girl. Some people on the look. If y'all have not heard, we have last year's um virtual recording on YouTube. Go check that out. Miss Imani gave it to us. Imani, I can't even listen to that song the same anymore. Like after that, I went and downloaded it by Jasmine. Doesn't give it like it just doesn't. I love Jasmine. Don't get me wrong. But I heard you performing and it's just a totally different experience. So take that, how you want to, Miss Jasmine. I'm sorry. But anyway, we're going to keep it kicking. All right, Stacxx, who is one living artist you would collaborate with?
One living artist. Well, me, I mean, it makes sense. I would go with Wiz. Link me up with Wiz. I feel like our vibe, I feel like we'd make a good vibe, a good classic song.
Yeah.
Yeah, link me up with Wiz,
You know what? That does make sense. Like you said, you just gotta go with makes sense. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, Young, you last. Who is one living artist that you will collaborate with?
I'm trying to get something in with Simba. So I've been in the process of trying to work that out. But yeah, that's probably one artist like that I see is, blowing up at the moment that I feel we would make some magic for sure.
Okay, look, y'all, I'm gonna need y'all to go and work on y'all vision boards after this. You know what I'm saying? Replay this over because I feel like it can happen because I know our artists. I think I've met everybody in person except Young. So like I see it. I see the vibes. Y'all thinking smart, strategically, but also it sounds like it'll be a passion project as well. So I look forward to
Yes, vision boards are important, Jenee. Vision boards are important. And you don't even have to do a whole board, just write it out. You make it plain.
Mm-hmm.
All right, look,
So
we got one more question. I said that was the last one. I'm sorry, Isaac, but I have to do this because small world. This my girl Samantha. We went to school together, and she got one question, so I got to get it answered by her sister Imani. What would you recommend for an artist, hey girl, who is striving for success, but they're feeling that burnt out?
I would recommend pray about everything. Put God in everything first because without him, nothing can get done. Also write it out. Vision is very important. And have crazy faith about everything. So and just keep pushing, just no matter what, you're gonna always hear negative things. There's negativity lives in the world, and you just have to make the best of what you can make with everything that you want to have. So keep pushing, pray, write it out, and put God first in everything.
Okay, period. Yes, that was a great ending to this panel. I love, what y'all doing. We've been working for a couple of years. I don't know if y'all heard Isaac say, but that magic number for some people might be 7. We don't know, but the work is inevitable. Got to keep doing it. We love that y'all have entrusted GlobeVision to help y'all along y'all's journey. And so, Isaac, I'm gonna let you take it into the next segment.
How I get thrown into the next segment? The DJ's coming. DJ Harmony is coming.
I was just letting you take us, into
see, Jenee, you can't be doing it, doing monkey bridges. I thought I was missing something. Yeah, DJ Harmony, she's been killing it. So, but I want to thank you guys, the panel. I want to thank you guys. I learned a lot. I wish I had a small percentage of the knowledge to be a hip hop artist and put words together and all that stuff, produce all that. because my beats would sound the same. I do karaoke's on Wednesdays. You can catch me in Atlanta. So yeah, that's about it. I know it sounds good and I know it sounds bad. That's all I can give you as a fan or a person watching. But I do want to thank you guys, and just talking out loud about stuff you learn, things you thought you knew, you hear it coming out of somebody else's mouth, it sounds different than what it sounds in your head. So it's always great to meet new people, gain clarity of what that struggle is in that profession. So I want to thank you guys. I want to thank GlobeVision for allowing me. Jenee, it's good seeing you. I wish I could have seen you in person, because I was still coming. I was gonna have my mask on and everything. uh Here in California, you have a vaccination card for everything. To think you got to have one, it's like so which is cool. But yeah, I just want to thank you guys. I enjoyed today, and I'm here whenever Toxic need me to, and GlobeVision needs me to be here to be a voice. So
all right, thank you so much, Isaac.
Up next,
yeah, there we go.
Up next, DJ Harmony is on the ones and twos, killing it. And until we meet again.
NLP fully loaded.
I'm in my bag. I know they mad. No phone and drag. Yeah, go fast. Bitch is bad. Piss one sweat. Yeah. This one.